going to get started with the show now.
Imagine yourself, you're a Baruch student, and you're low on time, you're hungry, and you're broke. So you take out your phone and look for the nearest restaurant offering student discounts around your campus. Unfortunately, to your surprise, student discounts are not available anywhere online. And this is especially painful for food insecure students that are looking for an affordable meal. EatSwipe, a mobile search app connecting restaurants to hungry students, where we showcase all the restaurants around your campus that give student discount. And we're embedding your student ID for you to showcase to restaurant owners for you to claim your discount.
Our customers are hungry. They are students that are looking to have lunch right now. With this hyperlocal model, we plan to gain more targeted and effective ads for the restaurants and scale this model throughout the US market.
We're looking at $150 million spent by restaurants on advertising alone. Although students only account for part of that massive market, our hyperlocal advertising model gives us a huge advantage. We bring them to restaurant as foot traffic. We have food delivery apps like Grubhub and DoorDash, which do not cater to students. We have Unidays and Student Beans, these student discount platforms that do not focus on food, and they do not focus on local homegrown mom and pop restaurants. We've interviewed over 20 restaurants in the Baruch area, and we've added over 300 restaurants offering student food discounts in our database.
So we're planning to start off by launching right here at Baruch, where we have existing relationships with the Ticker, which is the student newspaper, and the student union to help promote and help get us our very first customers. We plan to expand to NYU and Hunter, the two colleges that are closest to us geographically and have very similar cultures and student discount systems. So by September of next year, we plan to expand to all 26 CUNY schools and all the colleges in New York City, including Columbia and Fordham. Nino, our CEO and visionary, and a former intern at Great Performances, which is a catering company. Adam, our CMO, who has experience interviewing our potential customers and going door to door to these restaurants. Zui, our CFO, who is a CFA charter candidate. Myself, I'm pursuing a bachelor's in finance right here at Baruch, and I'm also a former intern at a Yale startup. And Ethan, our CTO, has over 4 years of coding experience.
How will this deal in food insecurity?
For these pantries, you usually have an application process, which is a big barrier to people who end up in a situation where they are suddenly food insecure as of today. These student discounts, like on top of needing to qualify for the pantry, you are also reducing money on food. And for example, the pantry may not cater to dietary preferences. For example, if you were on a halal diet.
What the process is for taking off, let's say, outdated discounts?
So we're thinking of adding a community feature in our app where students will be able to showcase and update if their trip in, like, let's say one restaurant, they don't give out student discounts anymore. And having that community aspect where people can give real-time updates.
We're building a TikTok for Wall Street, a mobile app that makes it seamless to keep a track of corporate actions of public companies. Now, what are corporate actions? Every public company is obligated to announce the strategic decisions that they make in their business to its shareholders. Now, there are two ways they do this. One is by issuing a press release, and the second is by making a corporate filing. These press releases and filings, these documents, are essential for their day-to-day operations. They have to sift through a lot of filings and documents just to find the one that's relevant. These documents are very long, 1200 words at times, and filled with dense jargons. They'd love some clarity and brevity. The information that they're seeking is very time sensitive, so they're needed now. And they cannot rely on opinions from journalists. They need facts communicated directly from the company. We're gathering the very data that they track from the very sources, categorizing it into filters or labels, 200 different categories of corporate actions. Neither of them have a mobile app that makes it convenient. Neither of them have a built-in AI. Most of them cater to B2B, that's enterprise clients, and they don't deliver a personalized experience. We do it all and at a fraction of the cost that they do it for. When you go through that insight, you get a crisp 2-bullet point summary explaining what the whole document is about, a 60-word extended summary to give you the key details, and after that, if you've got any questions, you don't need to download the document, upload it on ChatGPT and ask questions. $2 billion were for the event-driven financial intelligence, the very specific niche that we fall into. Now let's do the math for Sensybull. 1 million victims of information overload paying $9 a month subscription for our app. That makes it $108 million in annual recurring revenue. Sojang is the artist behind this beautiful app and a candidate for Masters in Quant right here at Baruch. I'm an ex-finance grad and I've worked as a quant for 3 years. Her tech skills, complemented with my domain insights, positions us as second to none to lead this project. With that being said, my dear judges, our ask is $200,000 for 5% of equity, valuing this modest startup at $4 million.
How are you accessing and updating the data?
So any acquisition or merger that you read about was actually reported minutes ago. We are delivering this in under 30 seconds. We are updating the data from SEC filings, the official Securities and Exchange Commission's EDGAR database.
New York is full of entrepreneurs, makers, people who have side hustles, and they bring a lot of creativity and energy and passion to their work. And you may see some in farmers markets or at a pop-up shop.
And farmers markets are temporary. They only occur, once every weekend or once every month for a pop-up, and doesn't have a physical place where people can find your product.
It's hard for them to get their products out into stores. We believe that there's a market disconnect and that some of these stores are missing an opportunity to bring in more traffic with really interesting locally made goods.
Some store owners, they have shelves that are bringing in nothing per month, and we're giving them an opportunity of having a separate source of income whereby they can rent the shelf and they know exactly how much the shelf is going to take.
In order to book a shelf, it's very simple. You go to rentashelf.co and you can browse through different shelves that are available in the desired area. You can browse based off of price, location, or position of the shelf, or the category as well. Once you find a shelf that you like, you submit a request to book the shelf. After that, you deliver your product after it's accepted by the store owner, and you receive a payout at the end of your rental term.
We have the entrepreneurs who have a product and they're looking for visibility for that product. And then we have the store owners, the mom and pop shops who are looking for a new customer and they're looking for that winning item. And then indirectly, we have the consumers. Consumers are always looking for the next best thing. Now, according to New York City Controller, New York has about 66,000 small retail spaces. Rent-A-Shelf will be looking to access 1,000 of those unique shelves by 2027. I have 18 years in the property management industry. Also, I have experience in the fashion and the trucking industry.
I'm Jesse Nover. I'm a UX designer and consultant with over 25 years experience. I'm also an Airbnb host, and I've done a bit of packaged snack food entrepreneurship myself.
And I'm Ryan. I'm an online entrepreneur with 5 years of experience building an online digital brand on TikTok to over 10,000 followers.
What's unique about this?
Is how easy it is to do experiments, to test different neighborhoods, different markets, see what your best mix of markets is. And it's faster, cheaper, and easier to do it through a tool like this.
Anime is more than just animation. It's art, identity, creativity, and nostalgia for many fans. There are over 800 million anime fans worldwide. Yet somehow, it's so hard to find anime clothing we actually want to wear. Designs are either too loud or too flashy, or just another character slapped on a t-shirt. Catamiro is a community-driven platform where anime fans can design and share anime-inspired clothing. We provide a community place where you can share and connect with others on projects, a marketplace where you're able to shop other fans and even sell your own creativity, a design studio to help anybody create their own clothing, and a gamified experience to help users be engaged and have fun.
Catamiro, as previously mentioned, is a community-driven customization platform, which means it taps into two different markets: print-on-demand customization and community engagement platforms. Catamiro stands out from its competitors by providing a seamless user experience through user customization tools and providing and maintaining creative collaboration and community. Primary target segments are 15 to 30-year-old young anime fans, but they fall under three categories: creatives, community seekers, and aesthetic wearers. Creatives are passionate about self-expression and fandom identity. They want the tools to bring their creative designs to life and reflect their fandom and personal style. Community seekers are looking for the community where they can collaborate, share ideas, and feel represented without the toxicity and exclusion. They are social, opinionated, and enjoy engaging with other like-minded individuals. And aesthetic wearers, they are fashion-oriented, want anime-inspired fashion pieces that are original. As for the U.S. total spending on anime merchandise, it was about $500 million in 2024, and it's projected to increase to about $1.5 billion by 2030. This indicates a strong long-term opportunity where people are actively spending money on anime merchandise, and the demand continues to increase steadily. So I am Kimberly Ortiz. I am the CMO. Here we have Kalia, our CEO, and Gianna, our CTO. We met through our shared passion for creative self-expression and wanting to build a community based off our shared interests.
So like relative to community, how do you promote synergy and community in between all three of your segments?
Creatives will be the people who want to push out their designs and have people notice them. The aesthetic wearers are going to be the people who wear those designs, and everyone would be considered a community seeker at that, so they'd be able to have fun and talk.
Who's single? A lot of hands. There seems to be a lot of students, which is why we made SeeUSoon. SeeUSoon is a dating platform built for STEM students and young graduates. Students are awkward, especially STEM students. STEM students in the under 18 to 25 demographic. And based on marketing research, when asked what the biggest issue was with dating, they said they're too busy to actually foster connections. We have compatibility matching, so they find people they actually can vibe with. And we have a campus verified network, so you find people who might have a similar schedule to you. And we have calendar syncing.
Other dating platforms don't offer calendar syncing, which is specifically what we saw in students' needs.
Same way you book meetings to schedule a business on SeeUSoon, you can do that with your dates and see the exact times that people are available. And no other platform has any feature to help people actually navigate conversations. On Hinge, I tried it. It was a fail. If you're awkward, you don't know what to say, you don't know how to start a conversation. But SeeUSoon, we will work to guide you through those conversations and help you actually build a relationship. We're gonna partner up with like the Eden platforms. We'll probably partner up with EatSwipe. They went earlier, so we'll partner up with them and what on our platform. So when people go on dates, we'll have like deals and offers. So basically, incentives to actually get people to want to go on dates.
I'm Diana. In my experience in AI and software engineering at Google, and in finance at a hedge fund, and along with Elizabeth, who has started a former organization and has also worked at a strategic media company.
How are they different from the other dating sites?
There is no dating app out there. I've tried them. Part of this program, I had to get on dating apps for the first time. Huge confidence booster. And after I would match with someone, Bumble was the only other app that would offer a conversation starter. But after that, you're on your own. You have to figure out how to do it. And if you don't have Riz, young people, you guys know what that is. If you don't have Riz or Aura, you can't, it's just awkward. And oftentimes you don't know what to say. Our AI prompt will say, you guys both are interested in NBA and LeBron. Why don't you guys talk about who's the greatest player of all time? Have that conversation.
I was lost in my high school. I made some wrong direction, and so when I came here, I feel like I'm at Canoe. but gradually I did a lot of support. So I want to make some textbook with the AI video. I have a student, they have some they can understand the question. Maybe the student who learn the math, learn the science, and 10 years ago, maybe they are very weak in understanding, they cannot solve the question. And even though they teach them, but it's very hard. But when we meet the question, we have 3 types. So one, directly ask the professor and ask the teachers. But maybe they are busy, and a lot of students cannot answer at one time. Second, we can directly search online. But the question, usually the solution will be general, and how to use the general solution to answer your specific question. I want to make a textbook like with a lot of pre-made AI video. Each AI video will focus on a mental concept and the problem question. So what's the meaning? Before, a lot of people made a video in YouTube in somewhere to answer the question and to teach someone. But usually they are general type, like the college student who was very weak in math and science, and it's a lot, and it's very large. Here I can do the monthly fee, and I also have to like the per micro video, and also I can cooperate with school and institution. So my competition will with the AI tool and video learning platform and the textbook. But as I said, the AI video, they are inaccurate. I wouldn't know, but I got a lot of support from last year. And in the future, I will become a sheep, I hope. Yeah.
I think you hit something when you said like sometimes AI can be inefficient, like even ChatGPT can give you like an incorrect answer, right? So how does your project deviate from that? How is it more accurate?
AI video is pre-made by myself or by human, so I will look at first. And because this is already basic knowledge, a lot of students, it's very straightforward, but they need more like understanding. You have to explain in different way.
How would you scale this? Having more customers, if it's all reliant on you answering and making each video, like how would you do the same thing but on a larger scale?
If I can combine the different tutor in different college, then each tutor and they have their familiar subject.
Picture this, you're at your local market with a full cart of groceries. The store is packed, it's loud, maybe your phone is blowing up with work emails, or you have a toddler pulling at your leg. Whether it's the holiday season or just a regular day out in public, you probably just want to get home. Did you forget that this week only, American Express is offering 5% back on groceries? That's $20 if you just left on the table. And the average American has 3 to 4 credit cards, myself being one of them. I'm 25 years old and opened up my first account 3 years ago. I remember getting a card in the mail with a long statement explaining the benefits of shopping at specific stores. Fast forward to today, and I can't remember if Chase gives me 2% here or Capital One gives me 1.5% there. From entry-level professionals that don't know which card to use, to high-income seasoned earners that just don't want to think about it, PinPoint is the ideal platform. Users can input all of their credit cards, and PinPoint will make all the choices for them. Automates the thought process to ensure that every purchase earns the max reward possible. And with PinPoint's AI agent, Dot, users can customize the future they desire. Tell Dot your goals, and Dot will help you along the way, always prioritizing your financial health, and will alter its suggestions based on your monthly spending to keep your credit score where it belongs. PinPoint generates revenue through influence fees from the issuer, never from the user. Every time PinPoint makes a recommendation, a link appears, bringing the user to that specific card in their digital wallet. Every time a suggestion is successful, the issuer benefits from that as they gain incremental spend. In return, PinPoint receives a marketing fee, and the user keeps 100% of their reward every single time. PinPoint checks the box on every single attribute, while competitors like Card Pointers and Max Rewards miss the mark, limiting themselves to browser-based extensions only. I lead product and strategy as the CEO and founder, with prior experience in consumer finance and market research, and Harmony Marcus leads sales and marketing with prior experience in capital markets.
What is your plan to acquire your first 100 or 200 customers?
So that's going to be Chase, American Express, Capital One. Once we scale with these issuers, that's how we'll actually accumulate all of these influence fees and actually generate money. On top of that, we're looking to partner with other establishments like Credit Karma or NerdWallet. If we get an article written about ourselves on NerdWallet, that would be huge and would be great publicity. And then as well, of course, partner with influencers on TikTok, Instagram.
They need to go inside the app and check which card to use, or is that automatic?
No, you have notifications enabled, and it will tell you, oh, hey, I recognize you're at Whole Foods. By the way, use this card if you happen to make a purchase. It'll just be there on the front of your home screen. You can ask Dot, hey, I'm going to Target. What card should I use ahead of time? For those that don't want to have their location settings on.
Marketing is the silent struggle of every small businesses. We know you don't build a business to learn about marketing. You build it because you want to enjoy, you want to grow, you want to sell, you want to make money. With AI, we have a lot of options. We have agencies, which are very expensive for small businesses. Freelancers, they are focused more on execution than on the real strategies. And AI tools available, they lack of strategy.
Focus on two main audience, which is small businesses and entrepreneurs who are seeking marketing clarity, and the secondary will be freelancers and designers.
This AI marketing studio, which simplifies marketing for non-marketers. You will fill out this form with all your company information. We will get personas, the right persona, the ideal customer for you, and also we will get the competitors analysis. In minutes, you will get a 90-day marketing roadmap to understand what you have to do according with your marketing goals. We will have two different tiers for professionals and also for small businesses, but also we will have two other options in the marketplace where we match freelancers with small businesses and for small businesses or freelancers who wants to download only the plan.
In US alone, there's like 33 million small businesses, 60 million freelancers who lack proper marketing strategy, and they combinedly spend around $100 billion. We are just looking for at least $10 million, which is just 0.05 to 1% of the serviceable addressable market.
We have affordable plans, simple guiding experience, and 90 days plan, which makes us stand out.
This is our team. I am Paula. I've been about 10 years in marketing. I love marketing, as you can see.
My name is Nima, and I'm doing data analyst in Baruch right now.
So my name is Dibesh. I'm doing new media tech, and I'm a chief growth officer.
Platforms like Fiverr does similar stuff like line up people with jobs and all. How is this different?
It's kind of similar. We said Fiverr, we said Upwork or freelancers app like a competitors. Why? Because they have the talent to execute. But the problem is, as a small business, let's say you are a coffee shop. You know what is the strategy you want to. That's the idea, to give you the steps so then you don't have to be like, what I have to do now, what's next?
I'm here to introduce you to think about an ecosystem composed of different members. In this case, what you have is a buyer, an intermediary, a buyer that buys big quantities of products, and all of them provide services to both the biggest, to the small bank, and to the intermediary, and also the bank to the intermediary. But someone is missing here: the small businesses. The small businesses are making money. They have data about their revenue, but this data is not being considered by the system. We have a platform that serves everybody in the ecosystem, breaks the friction, and takes a small business revenue information, data, and transform it into financial ready information. 80% of less time in processing. The reconciliation goes to 90% down, and the compliance is instant. The loan processing time is reduced from 45 days to 3 days, and the default is calculated in 2%. We consider ourselves high trust because the information that we produce is an information that is verified, audited, and is ready to be used financially, and high innovation because we have patented this as an innovation. We want to reach in Peru with farmers of ginger. This also can be tested at industry levels, like agriculture only, and then we can test this at the regional level with Latin America or with Asia. More than 20 years of experience in development institutions, in international development, and programs, investment and trade promotion, information systems, predictive analytics and data analytics, and right now I'm being part of a master's of information systems.
How are you determining the lending process?
We are not a bank. We are not a ledger. So we do not take part on the credit process. We are connecting finally the banks with the small businesses. Banks don't recognize the information of the small business because it's not auditable, it's manual. In the fabric of the information, we add the auditing of the data and transform it into information that can be used by the banks.
There's a lot of financial, it's obviously sensitive data. How are you safeguarding that?
And we don't take the information from the financial institutions or from the exporters. The banks keep their information and they are responsible for the security. The exporters keep their information and they respond for the security. What we do is we transform the data from the revenue of the small business into a final collateral that they can use to access credit.
Have you ever found yourselves having a hard time trying to plan things for you, a loved one, or you and your family to do on like a weekend or overnight, or maybe you're in a different city, so much different activities to do, and you're scattered on an abundant amount of platforms, but they're not in one unified location. So what Play does is it allows them to have that online presence. This is a seamless booking. You're gonna go on the platform, you go into Look, you go into Tap, you go into Book, and then you can receive a barcode, just like how you guys are scanning today for the event. You'll be able to get scanned into these venues. So our go-to strategy is to tackle our Gen Zers and our millennials as well. So social media, we're gonna be attacking all the creators, the influencers. We're also gonna have events and pop-ups throughout the city as well. Eventbrite focuses on professional large groups, nothing tailored to the individual friends, families, or the consumers. Groupon, it's for some deals for bowling or whatever, but it's not unified, right? Class is only for fitness, so it doesn't cover leisure-based activities. And then you have Fiverr, which is a new company as well, but they lack the ability to look at a plethora of different activities. So the leisure business in New York City is a $60 billion business. And humbly, we're trying to go after $20 billion of that. We're going to be taking about 10 to 15% of commission from each transaction. Airbnb has a proven method that's worked before, and we're essentially going to use something similar. Companies will be able to have premium listings on the platform as well, or other companies outside of Play that wants to link up with us. I know we have a few in the building, EatSwipe as well. I am the founder and CEO. I am finishing up a BS in computer science with data engineering. I also founded a digital marketing company during COVID that helped blue-collar workers such as painters, contractors, get an online presence so that they can be able to get some money during those hard times. And I'm actively trying to hire a CTO as well as a growth lead.
What is the difference between your platform and just like Google Maps?
There's a lot of time that's being spent on that. So you have to actually search for it, then you have to go down a large list of things. Then they're gonna send you in one direction, then the other direction. It is too time consuming. And Google Maps is not a competitor. It's actually someone that actually helps us. So they can help drive traffic into Play as well. Because if you need some place to go and book, where else are you gonna go? Play.
What is the most important metric you will follow up week by week?
Bookings that were done for that particular establishment, so you'll see in real time like 50 bookings within the last 2 hours. Like they also have a rating system for the establishment, and customers can also leave a review.
For the past few days, I actually took notes of platforms like Uber and DoorDash that should show you how algorithms work. As you can see, large brands like McDonald's, Dunkin', Chick-fil-A keep popping up on our feed. In order to find local businesses, you have to keep scrolling down, which creates user fatigue. Shoply is the first local commerce platform to replace algorithmic bias with a geographic fairness visibility. And it helps local businesses gain more visibility through the circle search. So users are able to find local businesses in their area through a circle search just by a single click. So merchants have the ability to purchase a range, which is may say 10 miles, 20 miles, etc. And with that range, is a circle search. Merchants are, when there's an overlap intersection, that create the result for the merchant. That helps the merchant to gain guaranteed visibility, unlike algorithms.
It is a fast-growing market with significant opportunities for local businesses. $6 trillion in global online sales opportunity. Competitors like DoorDash, Uber Eats, and Google Maps use a black box algorithm as well as a ad auction that favor big businesses. Shoplead's initial market is New York City, Brooklyn, where we are planning to partner with local small businesses as well as independent merchants to create a scalable, community-based digital commerce ecosystem that will increase visibility, convenience, and fair discovery. Canoe, who's the co-founder, she's an operation officer and has marketing and digital communications. And then I am Zoya Swagid. I am currently at BMCC for a small business and entrepreneurship associates and planning on doing my bachelor's in sales and marketing.
How is this different from, say, Amazon when you go to shop? Well, my kids like to send me stuff all the time, like buy and deliver.
So we're the first platform to actually use a radius-based overlap, which is a whole different concept than algorithms. So with algorithms like Amazon, as you're saying, the merchants that pay for, or who have like higher budgets in paying for ad spending, they are the merchants that are going to be seen more and more often. So they get advantage. So if you're like a new merchant that comes up to Amazon, and let's say you want to sell them maybe your books, you're not actually going to gain the visibility until you're able to pay for those ad budgets and spending.
Relative to the market size, how do you plan on capturing 1 to 2% of the total market share? Do you have a roadmap to that?
We're going to like start with restaurants, try to populate that specific geographic area, and then maybe scale out with that. So we're going to show businesses the data of like how merchants were able to gain more visibility on the platform.
Like there are 9 million people living in New York. Out of them, like 70% are renters. This is our Swifio, which is a rent payment platform where you can pay your rent through mobile app for free.
So sometimes people they're missing or they can email their check and the check get lost to their mailbox. With our app, landlord is able to get his payment and track his payment on time. The most important part, the tenant who uses like 30% of his monthly income to pay his rent, now is able to build a credit score through his rent payment.
If you're a tenant, like you know, you can split your payment with other roommates if you're sharing the apartment with others. It's a dashboard for landlord. You can check your total income and then tenants, how many tenants already pay your rent and how many are still missing, and you can contact them directly.
So you can use our app anywhere where you are through your mobile app or any platform. Our app is also only designed for rent payment, and we keep having high security with record keeping.
So our target will be the landlord property managers who rent one or more than one apartment in the U.S. and real estate agencies, small and medium enterprises, and real residential tenants like 18 years old, including students. Our target is only 23% of those, 17% who uses app like self-memo, and 6% for a tech or cash.
Our main competitor is ClickPay that most of New York have been using right now. So, but what is make us different? We have one in all because we have different options, easy to use, and we are also a low cost.
My name is Zuzu, and this is Kismansida. I have 3 years experience in this online payment, and currently studying this information system, and he has experience in this business intelligence.
How do you guarantee this security and this transparency?
So we will use that like end-to-end encryption and a PCI DSS to comply with this banking level security, and also we'll use a tokenization and this to protect data like credit cards and debit cards. You can see the data.
What's your value proposition to the landlord? Why would they prefer to pay extra for your platform as opposed to just getting their landlord or their tenant to pay them?
So our platform will provide the landlord with all these records in case they need for legal issue or misunderstanding between the landlord and the tenant.
responses, and the team that won the Beat the Bomb tickets is Rent a Show.
The way we do scoring is we do the straight up average scores of the judges, and then we do normalized scoring. And the reason for normalized scoring, if a particular judge likes to score the best they see is 6 and the worst is 2, and another one the best they see is 10 and the worst is 7, you want to normalize that, right? You don't want to skew it one way or the other. In the judges' average score, the 4th place finisher was Ajayu, which was a top. In the 3rd place, we have Play. Play. There you go. In the 2nd place, we have EatSwipe.
Thank you. Guess we're collabing soon.
Hey. The 1st place is PinPoint.
Thank you guys.
There you go.
Congrats. Congrats, Garrett.